Hello, everyone. We are starting our stream now. I'm going to make sure everything's up and running. Let us get this stream going. Today, we're going to be playing some more Cardfight Vanguard. Normal locals for tonight, I believe, was supposed to be Magic. We didn't have enough people. It's either Magic or Pokemon. No, Pokemon's tomorrow. That's right. The normal local wasn't happening tonight, so we have a new case that has stuff in it for Vanguard, and we have some matches. Unfortunately, our players tonight do not have any of those decks because the stuff's not out yet. So we are going to have Chronojet and Shadows play. So we'll be starting that in 1 moment. We'll be setting that up soon. Give us like 5 minutes. Our headsets. Also unmute this one, so you should be good.
Right.
So, hold on.
Yo, I noticed yesterday.
And hello, everyone. We're here on this, at least downpouring day for us here in Newark, New Jersey at Comp and Gaming for some friendly matches on Cardfight Vanguard.
Gotta love those friendlies.
Yeah, Team Rogue. We were muted for a second. Just making sure we had some technicality stuff
Yeah,
worked out.
we're good. You know, you gotta run your testing 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
You ready for streaming?
Yeah, we're ready. We're ready.
All right, so we have here a nice matchup. I think Jamar is playing Gear Chronicle, yes,
Yep. He's
and
playing
Shadows.
Chronojet and our local Shadow Resident Marino playing, Shadows. Everyone's favorite.
It's his favorite, that's for sure. And so we have Jamar taking the first turn, and he whiffs on the Steam Breath, and that always sucks because you always want to dig through your deck because deck thinning is deck winning no matter what card game you're playing.
It definitely is.
But he still gets the draw, so that's not bad.
Time to see if they noticed. Yes, we have noticed, Sean. We have noticed.
All right, so he rides his own grade 3 searcher, sort of. Yep. Ooh, perfect Mills.
Yeah, in Shadows, that one grade one's really good. Mill top 3. If you get Claret, you can put it in.
There she is.
Oh, look, it's the problem.
There's the bed.
There's the main.
Yep.
She has quite
Deck.
a number of different names around our group circle right now.
Yeah, some we can't say on stream, so
So we're going in basic, grade 1, grade 2 game. Claret actually has a slight advantage early game. Jamar is playing against Marino. He's using Chrono Jet at Team Rogue. And he's playing against Marino, the local resident Shadow player.
Ren Suzugamori.
I wouldn't go that far. Ren at least is cool. Crit. That's a defensive trigger. What's Marino going to do here?
What's his ride gonna be? Cause is it gonna be? Yep, there he is. Dark.
I agree,
Dark
Team
Pride.
Rogue.
Yeah, it's Dark Pride.
We need Jamar to body Marino here. I agree.
Yeah, let's go.
I don't know, Sean. I don't know if
we should be neutral here, Lilith.
we should be, but you see, yo, what up? What up, Rico? Welcome to the stream.
What up?
We're watching some Shadows versus.
And the Shadow deck is just doing what it's supposed to. You're just searching your deck for grade 1s and stuff. Freaking make a column of the mains because, that's actually a pretty good strategy in early game. Just because Shadows can do it, no other clan can really do that. Where you just have this grade 1 you can see on the screen where it just says rest it to call any 5k from your deck, and you just call it in the main. So you have columns going. You have deck thinning, you have tools for his deck does play Barada, which is one of the best grade 3s for Claret.
And can I get a hashtag down with the glare? We've tried to cure it, but it
Yeah,
doesn't
this
help.
glare is just here to stay. Like Shadow players in Vanguard. And yep. That's the thing about
this is one of the last times he may actually play Shadows, because in like a month Luard comes out, and not Shadows, Claret, I mean.
Claret. Yeah, because once Luar comes out, he's ready to max his whole deck.
Yeah, and then his wallet will be screaming, like mine will be in January with Bermudas.
Mine in December.
Murakami, come on.
Blanto.
No. We don't want none of that here. We're a kosher Vanguard community here. We don't need Murakami.
Heal trigger, of course. No heal, but shield is good.
I feel Gears has a
Oh, he's using a PG this early.
I mean, he has to.
That's
Like,
fortunate.
Claret's
Because
going to
I know
restand
Claret's
on
going to restand, but you always want to hold the PG for the Claret.
you. You do. I mean,
He must have been his hand must be really bad if he had the PG at rearguard swing like that.
yeah, he is going Force 1 on Chrono Jet.
Yeah.
I don't play Gears enough to know if it's good.
Well, it means that he's going to be trying to less go for damage and more for consistent numbers. So, like, this deck can transition between Force 1 and 2 pretty well. But for the most part, you always want to go Force 2 just because, like, you want that extra damage on your swings
yeah.
to force an opponent's PG or whatever.
Yeah, and Rico, this isn't actually our locals right now. Normally locals on Tuesdays. We're running some friendly matches here. Some guys don't want to be on stream right now, understandably.
We respect their decision.
No, you respect their decision and all that. Should have gone Force
He went
2.
Fang. Oh, I see why. Oh, now I see why he PG'd last turn, so he can have the necessary hand to use the most of Chrono Fang's abilities, because Chrono Fang's a really strong grade 4. It's honestly what's keeping the actual Chrono Fang deck still in competition, because you can totally do well now playing either Chrono Fang or Chrono Jet, because they have separate play styles. One plays more like Overlord, another one plays more like Spikes and Royals.
I do know Jamar, I believe, runs a mix of like the Chrono Fang and Chrono Jet in his deck.
Yeah.
Because going first, Chrono Jet
I'll be honest, I agree with Team Rogue. They probably should have gone Force 2 just because. Probably
Yeah.
should have gone Force 2 because he can actually. There are times where I've seen that Chrono Fang Tiger can actually win. Chrono Tiger Rebellion can actually win the game on, like, if your opponent's at low damage, just because, like, he hits really hard. He gets the triple drive.
He is going to feed Claret too. That's
Yeah.
dangerous. As far as the grade 4 lineup, Sean, I believe Jamar runs a mixed build for his grade 4s. I believe he runs Next Stage and Rebellion. I'm not 100% sure.
I mean, in this scenario, it might have been better for him to just go, like, Metallica Phoenix, just because, like, you don't want to retire his front row because that gives him fuel for Claret, and the inherent triple drive would have helped. But I mean, it's not the worst thing right now. But being at 3 damage already kind of puts Jamar in a bad spot because
Yeah, Gears doesn't do well when it's rushed early, I feel.
yeah.
I was actually at a match yesterday at another local, and I got crit sacked by a Gear player.
Yeah.
Sad times. Yes, Gear Master, he really went Force 1. Yes, that did happen.
This is why we practice.
Sean, if you can come visit and hang out anytime, we'd love to have you again, man.
Yeah, you're always a treat to have around.
But I understand with COVID, and even though we're taking all the precautions, we got our masks, we have our little hand sanitizer. Still.
Soul Blast, yep. Yeah, he gets +5.
Yep. Marino doing the normal thing that all players should do. Read.
Read.
Your opponent's card. Read.
In any card game, read. Reading
Yes.
is your friend.
Now, for those who also don't know, Claret just got a promo announced that's only available in Japan right now, where if you have 7 grade 1s in the bind zone, to use Claret's restand,
You just have to bind him.
You just bind the 1 card and it counts as 7. It is busted. That thing is disgusting.
And not to mention, we have that super amazing new grade 1 promo just for any Shadow deck that's just on place, Counterblast 1, look at top 5, mill any grade 1s that you find from there.
It's craziness.
Like, Claret could probably still be a legit contender once set 10 comes out, if Luard, the Superior Ride bullshit, gets hit. My bad. Bull schlocka.
jive. All that bull jive.
And Claret doing Claret stuff, you know, just milling, playing Swordbreaker.
This is Marino's in a very good spot right here.
And he has the 7 for Claret and more. Bogdo is such a good card for Claret too, because I don't know if anyone here knows what a Bogdo does, but it basically, whenever a booster attacks, sack another rearguard, another column, and it gets 10k. So it makes this Claret really big. And there we go, Soul Blast into grade 1.
Yep.
To ditch another. Oh, yep, that's good. Always good to discard the quick shield, because
And yeah, Sean, if Luar doesn't get hit, it's going to be the best shadow deck right now in Japan.
we're getting it like a 50%, like the format's 50% Luard, which we see so rarely in this game. Like, oh,
3 crits ripped out of
rough.
the deck.
Rough. That was very greedy. That was very greedy. He did
Yeah.
not need to do that. And
3 crits right out of deck. That's gotta
you
be
you want
beautiful.
obviously you want in any deck you want as many crits in your deck as possible, because yeah, especially for Claret, because Claret's main pressure is just being able to restand.
Yeah, Team Rogue. The Bermuda meta, if you want to bring that up, Rivi was only, I believe, in Japan's meta 56% of the tops, and it got eroded. So
We could assume that there's going to be some sort of hit to it, because
there has to be.
when that was the case with Melody, Melody also got hit on the ban list.
Yup. Lissalot and Sonata were choice restricted until a few months back. Then choice restrict was lifted. They gotta do something.
But we're also getting the issue where like big Japanese players are just like are choosing not to play Vanguard because they find the Lord format to be very toxic.
That is something they've been talking about, Sean, the main choice restricting. In my honest opinion, if you just choice restrict PBD and Luard, it shuts down that superior ride engine.
That super high rolly heavily rewards the first turn player, which I think Standard should try and take every step to avoid, because no one likes a game where, oh, I lost a die roll, I guess I lose.
Yeah.
Because Vanguard's already a pretty luck-based game, and
Oh, he just sacked the other rear guard,
Yep,
swinging
you-
for.
that's what you do. You save the Abogdo for your second restand so that you have a really big Vanguard swing coming at your
So
opponent's
he should
face.
be at what, 23 plus the booster.
23 plus booster, so that should be 41. And Jamar is guarding with his grade 2, his heal. And thankfully he only has to block for 1 drive check. Thank God Claret doesn't doesn't keep the twin drive.
Jamar's only got 3 cards in hand. He's got to feel pretty.
There we go. I think that's a
Yeah, that's
solid
no
no
pass.
pass. Yep. And then he's going to swing with the
The side
Morion Spear. That should be... Yeah.
and guarded easily. Standing up. Now, Chrono Jet isn't in a bad spot here. Chrono Jet definitely can do some damage here.
Oh, and he hard rode the Chrono... next stage.
Hard riding it from hand's not as bad as if you have Rebellion in hand, because your skill will still go off of re-riding and gaining that power. So, not the worst thing he can do, especially when he has no cards in hand. Just
Yeah,
that
he's got to
one
swing for
soul-
the fences and hope that this can push through Marino's pretty big hand. And we see quite a few trigger units in hand, so we know he's got a good amount to guard with.
Yeah, doesn't the restand require a counterblast or no?
What for?
Claret.
Yeah, Claret requires a counterblast.
So Jamar should also possibly think about damage denying here.
Damage denying is always a valid strategy in Vanguard. Always being able to make sure your opponent does not have the resources to kill you next turn. Because I can tell you one thing from facing Claret, there's a huge difference between them having one counterblast and them having no counterblast. Because
Yeah.
that could save you, that could win you the game, because they won't be able to do a second restand. Because like it's actually not hard for Claret to be able to set up a second restand, even without that promo. Because they just cycle through their deck so much, and then every Claret that they ride can potentially be 3 more, and then extra power.
And then he's swinging, counterblasting. Now Chrono Jet is really good in this regard, because now he has to take a damage, because he says no PGs at all. So
Yeah, that's the best thing about Jet, honestly, is that he has a Sentinel Restrict, which is going to be big in this format, because we're going to be having a format of, we're going to have DI, Night Rose and
Gridora,
Ghidorah and
Susano.
Susanoo. Yeah, just those 4 really strong protect decks in the format.
Susano's really good too.
Yeah,
like,
it's really strong. People will underestimate it going forward because it doesn't have like the multi attack, but being able to draw 3 extra cards a turn potentially, and get big crit, and basically get the drive checks you want. You just
It's-
can't
it's
underestimate
insane.
that. And its high roll is crazy too, going first. Like,
Yeah, Susano does have a really good match in that. It can literally be like, oh look, crit on top of my deck goes in hand, I give crit to things. Oh look, normal unit, I give power. Who cares?
yeah.
It don't care. It just does things.
And you get protect markers too, which is always a good bonus.
Yep.
Boosting with Tooth. Hope he is. There we
Yeah,
go.
yeah, he's debating on numbers.
Oh,
Yeah,
there we
yeah,
go, yeah.
Marino's deck is pretty thin there, Sean. Probably 10 to 14 cards, I'd agree.
yeah, I'd say about 10 to 14. I've seen his deck like that before. It's very, he's not going to deck out this turn, but like maybe if he's like super greedy, he'll deck out. But Marino's a better player than that. He won't.
Are you sure?
Nah,
Four
he's been
cards in
playing this deck
Jamar's
for
hand,
months.
Yeah. Jamar's in a pretty bad spot right now.
The best thing about Claret is that unlike Dark Pride or Blue Espada is that you don't have to mill the other cards that you look at the top of to mill. You just have to dump the grade 1s and then shuffle the rest back into deck. And it looked like he had a couple triggers in that thing. That's why he only dumped 1.
Yeah, Team Rogue, I agree. Power creep is a thing, and it is a pain in the butt at times, honestly. But honestly speaking, I don't think that this is a horrible matchup.
Hey, remember when Narukami was best deck for like the last 6 months?
Their economy's still like top tier though.
Still strong, but like starting next set, you just see a lot less of it.
That's true. A friend of mine, Steph, her brother just he's proxying Kagero Overlord, and he was playing against her proxied out Gridora deck, and she still was able to beat that with the proxy Gridora. Then she played Aquaforce without any proxies.
Oh yeah, guys, I gotta tell you right now, Maelstrom is freaking dumb, and you cannot sleep on that deck because it will hit you hard. It's like Overlord if the rear guards actually mattered.
Maelstrom got
Maelstrom
major
is-
support.
Maelstrom's so good that I've hardly ever seen that deck go into Glory because you just stay on the restander because having a guaranteed restand is really good, especially in a deck of all front triggers and restanding
And
rears.
it doesn't even lose drive checks. That's the best thing from a restander.
Exactly. It's so rare. Again, it's so
Yeah,
rare.
until December, we coming back to clap them cheeks. I don't know, Team Rogue. You ain't here again.
I don't know. I can't wait for Full Bronto to come out for me to start slapping cheeks yet again.
It's okay. When my Bermuda stuff comes out in January, literally everyone will hate me, and
No,
tell me more.
remember Lilith. We don't hate you. We hate your deck.
Same tie. Same.
Same. See, this is not looking good for Jamar, but hopefully he can pull something out because I always like seeing that in Vanguard. Compared to other card games, I think in Vanguard it's always cool when you see someone like who was behind like inches way back to win a winning game.
That is one thing. If anyone's watching the stream that doesn't know about Vanguard or anything, it is a little bit more of an RNG game than most other card games.
But I think that's part of the appeal.
Mm-hmm.
But like I feel like especially with standard, it's hard
I
to
hope
take.
I'll be fine.
It's hard to take like the format as competitively seriously, considering it's a bit more luck based than premium. But like I think the card design's starting to get to a point where triggers don't matter nearly as much as they did like at the beginning of standard.
And here we go with the restand.
Gotta love the
yet
restand.
Again. I know Rico, if you're still watching, he's probably going like, "Yeah, man, go Cleric, hell yeah!" No, we don't want Cleric to win. We don't. Shadows is getting way too much good support coming up
Mm-hmm.
to where these streams might be, well, this shadow player versus another shadow player.
Spoiler alert, there will be in the mains.
The main everywhere.
Alright. Has Jamar actually been able to guard that attack, or did he?
No, I think he no guarded it.
Yeah, he has to.
Rico's not a fan of it. I agree, Sean. He might have wanted to stay on Chrono Jet next stage just to
And that's game.
Yep.
Is there a game 2? I hope so.
I do agree with Sean though there, Ty. A play that might have worked was staying on next stage, and then
Yeah.
your power would have been 15, and then you have to trigger check to get it.
Exactly.
And with how much that Marino already milled out, he could have possibly lived. It's similar to in Bermuda. We have our Crystal Idol Eve, who's a 14K base. So any deck is like, oh well, I'm just going to swing at you.
Search
Okay,
for
well
that
it's already
David.
won the pass.
Yeah, but he was pretty light on deck, Marino. I think he was probably like 1 or 2 turns away from deck out. That's the
Very
other
true.
weakness of Claret is that like it really can't play a prolonged game, especially against a protect deck, because like again, because of the mechanic of your deck, you just keep freaking milling and
Yeah, that is the one thing that that Claret's weakness is. It can't prolong games. It's very
which
aggressive, quick.
we've been noticing more and more like aggressive Shadow Paladin decks when I first started playing and for years after I started playing, Shadows was well known not really for their aggression but more so for like their grind game. Like they can grind hard against a lot of decks. Like that was always like its bread and butter. It's Superior called a lot, drew a bunch of cards,
For the
retired.
chat, yes, Sean. He couldn't push him too hard. I agree there. If he had the right hand, he might have been able to do something, but maybe going Force 2 may have helped.
Oh, I don't
Let's see
see
this
any
game.
triggers in Jamar's hands. So.
And let's go, Team Rogue. You're right. It's game 2. Let's go.
Let's see Jamar if he can kick some shadow booty.
Let's see what happens.
Hey,
The
that's
most boring part of
that's
the-
my Fanta.
It's the most boring part of the games is the shuffling and mulliganing.
Yeah.
While this is going on, I'm going to tell
Ac-
the chat, like always, Comp and Gaming is what we do here. We have Vanguard, Magic, Pokemon, streams. We do Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh! We have our locals. We try and make something every week. We do everything safely, masks, hand sanitizer. It's always trying to be as safe as we can be.
Mm-hmm.
We also have
Because
Team Rogue in the chat.
we ain't need the popo coming in and
No,
ruining
no,
our fun.
No, we don't need that. Nah. And you don't want like scary things coming and getting you sick. But also we have Team Rogue who comes here and plays. Check their channel out. They're really good.
Good
They have-
stuff. Very good stuff.
They have proxy play. They have all that, and they might be having proxies of their own that you can get from them. So you might want to check them out and see.
Mhm. We should be getting up some proxy games soon for the new stuff that's been revealed, because it's always fun to see new stuff get played, because it might give you ideas of how to play it yourself or what not to do.
Or you might even be like, "Yo, that looks dope. I want to play it."
Exactly. That's just a general reaction I feel whenever I see Blouse getting played. Like, I want this. I want it so bad.
And Marino doing his normal. Let's just mill 3 cards out. Who needs a deck? I'm Claret. I don't believe in deck.
I just believe in the power of Dio. If you guys don't know, the Japanese voice of Kanzaki is the same guy who voices Dio Brando and JoJo. I think everyone here knows what JoJo is.
I would hope so. Heard of it, never seen it myself.
At least you've heard of it.
And Team Rogue is jumping in the shower. We had better be careful. You don't want to slip and fall. That could be bad.
You don't drop the soap.
No. That's just bad.
Because then you might slip in the shower.
Nani?
That's totally what I meant. Oof.
Marino just milling all of
Yo,
these.
he's compressing he's getting a lot of triggers out of his deck, which, again, another big weakness of the Claret deck is Also, kind of what the old weakness of Granblue used to be, where your whole deck is dedicated to like random milling, and you just mill all your triggers, and then you're
Yep.
screwed.
Marino preparing his salt. You're damn right, he is,
Yeah.
Sean.
I
He
also
sees
tried
all
out
these
his
triggers.
Claret deck before, and I'll tell you one thing: it's always a salty feeling when you freaking.
Nothing's great when you're like playing Claret and you're like, all right, I need Claret in hand. I don't have it. Crit, crit, crit. Well, this is awkward.
Oh, he's playing Lost Legend in his deck. That's interesting.
There is a build I've seen people play with Lost Legend to give you an extra turn.
What?
I personally don't believe it's as consistent as the newer Jet.
To be
and
perfectly
Fang.
honest, it might have been better back when like Narukami was the best deck, because you can always rely on them consistently binding your stuff, so
is
that you
true.
wouldn't need to run as much self binding. But like, I don't feel like it's a good call right now. But I mean, it's Jamar's deck. He probably knows what he's doing when it comes to how that works. I always give my opponent the benefit of the doubt whenever I see them play like a weird card, because it probably does something cool that I've never seen done before. So
And he gets that PG
Don't-
in hand.
don't knock those weird techs unless they've just been proven to be bad.
Judging.
Judging. You could do that too. I mean,
Sean is he's a friend of ours. He does play Gears. That's one of his mains. So if he wishes to judge, that's up to you, Sean. I don't judge. That's a lie. I judge everyone who doesn't play Vermeer. I'm not gonna lie. Here you go. So Claret goes first. He's on grade 3.
and Jamar's about to be in for a world of hurt. Ooh, he just milled 3 grade 1s.
So yeah, another. If it was Chronofang as a one of a different story.
I could
agree,
see that. I
agree.
think Chronofang's a better secondary ride.
Chronofang's good as well if you're going first and next stage can't go online, so you
Exactly.
go into Chronofang
And you
and
just
then go
rush
into
him to
Rebellion.
death.
Exactly, and you're like, yo,
That's what makes
5
the
crit,
Fang
what
Fang
now?
deck itself so good. And I think if it was just more consistent, being able to run both in a deck, to be able to have that option of just like, I go first, rush with Fang, and I went second, freaking next stage I'm to death.
because you play the Chronofang grade 4 engine, you have that other utility. I agree, Sean.
Mhm.
I really do agree.
I mean, I don't even play Gears that much. I just go by what I see, and then I play
Yeah.
the deck plenty online, and I play against it online.
My brother at my house plays both Fang and Jet. He has both decks. Sometimes switches between the two. Yeah, that crit and drive, man, Sean.
So
I
good.
hate that. I'll be playing him. I'm playing my Melody, and he's like, "Yo, swing
But
3 crit." 3
Marino's
drive.
aiming for a really strong turn here. He's about to get a lot of power on Jamar. Can Jamar guard out of it? I hope so.
I hope so too. This is when you have to be defensive against Claret in these this
Especially
early
since
swing.
Claret went first this game. So
Mhm.
he's stuck on grade 2. Jamar. I think he's at 7 grade 1s right now, Marino. So.
He should be.
Oh yeah, and just so you guys remember, I don't know if anyone else read this part of her skill, but you cannot use Nemain to call over another card. Like Nemain
Oh, yeah,
has
it
to
has
go
to be
onto
an
open
open
rearguard
rearguard.
circle,
Mhm.
because otherwise that would actually make it even better in Claret, because you would just call over grade
Call over
1s
something.
and deck thin. No, but Nemain's always best on the first few turns anyway, because free board presence is never bad in any card game, even if it's not like big bodies. It's still bodies.
Definitely.
I think any clan that has a card like Nemain should be playing a card like Nemain.
Nemain is definitely a staple for any shadow deck. Like, it's almost like it's the equivalent of like Algos in Aquaforce
Or Tidal
Missalot, or Tidal Assault. Like, it's just a staple.
It just hits way too hard. It does too much not to. Or
It helps
or
the
like
deck so
the
much.
best comparison would be in this game, Chrono Tooth. I think for the foreseeable future, Chrono Tooth is like a staple in every Gear Chronicle deck.
It definitely is. It's your best ride target for
Best
grade 1, I
best
believe.
grade 1 ride target, best stride pitch for steam with smoke gears effect. Frickin' again, just I aside from Quickie Worker, I think her name is. I can't really think of another really good grade 1 that Gears have in standard.
Besides a Greek researcher as well.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, every clan's getting those, so I don't necessarily call that special. Yep,
So
there we go.
Jamar is trying to survive here.
Oh, is that enough? Wait. 1838. Oh, yeah. Oof.
Oof. Big oof right
You-
there.
it sucks to lose the smoke gear because smoke gear is what assures you you're striding in this
Yeah,
deck.
'cause Smoke Gear just makes everything stride fodder.
Yeah.
Oh, and is he going a 1?
Like, I think the deck would be way worse without smoke gear.
He's going 1 again.
Oh,
Interesting choice.
interesting. I want to see where
Pushing the
Jamar
wave
goes with this.
four.
It's probably a misplay, but we'll just see how it goes. Sometimes you just have to shuffle your deck and pray. Because he is about to. Oh,
Goes
yep,
into
Fang.
Goes into Fang Rebellion.
That's,
Interesting play.
That is an interesting play. I want to see where this goes, because is he going to put himself down to one hand? Yep, sack those. That's not
Sack on
bad.
the board.
And then
It's an interesting game to say the least here right now.
Oh,
He
flipping
did
all his
have only
damage.
1 card in hand, so he's banking on Marino not having enough to guard. Because
Yeah.
now grade 2s are worthless to guard with because they're all -5 and
Critical. Oh yeah, that. If only he went force 2, this would have been.
that would have been a deadly turn. Up, but Marino got 2 defensive triggers.
And that means that thing's. That's poor smoke gear's definitely not hitting.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Wait, is it? It's probably plus. Yeah, Soul Blast. Oh, he's doing it to draw. All right.
Yep, doing it to draw. But I agree, Team Rogue. That was a fortunate neg there, right there. Marino had no reason to guard the attack. He's saying the most you can do is 3 damage. I'm at 2. You can bring me to 5, but what am I worried about? Nope,
Oh.
he had enough to guard, though. PG, great. Oh, he's running grade 1 PGs.
Well,
Interesting.
of course you do that in Claret because, one, that's a really good grade 1 ride because those are the new standard PGs.
Yep.
And
These
also
draw
because, again, you want grade 1s in the drop zone for Claret.
Yes, Sean, I can tell you're probably questioning many things.
I know
right now.
it's something with players where like when you see someone else piloting your deck not the way that you do, you kind of get a little protective. Like that's my baby. Why are you doing that to my baby? Why?
No, don't
Why?
do that. But you know, sometimes it takes another person to see something differently than it does you sometimes. And
Exactly.
sometimes I watch a Bermuda player and I'm like, why the heck are you running that card?
You're making an excellent point, Lilith.
All right, time to throw that stick in the ring. Just questioning Marino on how some cards are working. Again, always ask your opponent like what their effects are, and think to yourself, what do they do? How does it affect me? It's not slow playing if you're actually trying to figure out what your
Exactly.
opponent's cards do. Now, if you ask it 7, 8, 9 times, then it's like
That's slow play.
it's a little suspect.
Yeah, that would definitely be a
So now
warning or like a.
If anyone plays the game Among Us, you are the imposter. You've never played that game, Ty?
Monster
No, it's called Among Us.
Among Us.
Yeah. It's been out for a while. It's actually a pretty cool game. I saw a lot of YouTubers playing it.
I never actually played it, but
It's pretty fun. Marino's just thinking what to do here. Do I deck thin? And he's
I
probably
mean,
going
you
deck
should
thin.
you should deck thin because
I
like,
agree, Sean. It is fun. I
now
just
all
got
he
it on mobile.
seeing Marino's hand, all he needs to do is call over the main, and then he has the.
Sean, you get us a group, and I'll join it for Among Us because you can play it on PC and on your mobile phone, and it's free. That game is a lot of fun.
So he has 5 grade 1s in drop, so he just has to get 2 more in drop, which shouldn't be that. There we go.
Yep. And Jamar's only got 4 cards in hand.
Yeah,
And it
this is
cross
another.
bonus.
This is gonna be a very hard game for Jamar to guard from because 4 cards in hand, 2 force 2 rear guards, 2 force 2 units on his opponent's field. He can only eat one of these attacks, maybe.
Oh,
And
oh,
there we
Marino-
go.
Marino had to neg though.
He
Team
did have
Rogue.
to
The
neg.
game's called Among Us. It's a free mobile game and it's also on, I believe, on Steam for PC. It's really fun. It's a social deception.
The thing
game.
that's gonna make this turn super disgusting is the Dead Armor Dragon. Dead Armor is such a good card in any Shadow deck.
Yep.
And I haven't seen that many Lore decks playing it, but like it's a good one of where it's a 5K, so you can always call it off in the main. You Soul Blast 1, sack it when your Vanguard attacks to force your opponent to guard with 2 cards. And in this scenario, that is so devastating to Jamar's
Oof.
hand. Oh yeah, he's got the.
Oof.
So he has to guard every single one of these. He has to eat one of these, and that's gonna be.
Jamar in the big sad position right here. He has to guard 2 or more cards for these attacks. He's got 2 cards in hand.
And he has to face another Vanguard swing.
Yeah.
Now he has to. I think he has to get all of his heal triggers that are left. I think he only has 3 left in deck.
I have no idea. I wasn't keeping track. I'm not
I
even
think
gonna lie.
yeah, he guarded with a heal trigger before, so 3 heal. No, at that point, he has to be able to guard. See
He has
what?
to guard. He has to guard everything. He's got to guard 3 attacks and 2 cards. It's not looking good for your boy Jamar here.
We
Oh, no. That Armor Dragon is you have to when you're Vanguard, you have to retire it and do something for it.
Yeah, you have to
take it off.
retire as it retires itself. Soul
Right.
Blast to give the Vanguard the effect of your opponent has to guard with 2 cards,
Oof,
which
this
I think
is-
Marino should have done on the
Oof.
first attack, but I think on the second it's
Nope. And now Jamar's just got to hope and pray here. 3 damage here.
yeah 3
One.
1.
Heal out of this Jamar. Nah,
Ah.
he's got it. All right,
That's
so,
rough.
so Marino got it 2-0. We
That's
will
rough,
be taking
buddy.
a quick intermission break. We'll be right back with update.
Please
on
stay
the
tuned
next
after
match.
these messages.
Very true. Be right back, everybody. we are back for another round of Vanguard Standard. We have our previous commentator Ty playing some DP action here,
And
and
we got-
Jamar switched his deck up and he's playing, I think, Royals. This is Marino, the Shadow player who played the deck nobody likes.
Nobody likes Luard. Everybody likes everybody else.
So we are back with some more Vanguard action here, and same mulligan. For people who don't play Vanguard, the mulligan rule, I always say it every stream just in case. You draw your 5 cards, put what you don't want back to the bottom, and then draw, then shuffle. I know some card games, mulligan, you put it back, shuffle, then draw. Vanguard does it differently, so you mitigate getting the same cards back to hand. So as we start the shuffling process and figuring out what they want to do. Now this deck, Ty actually just built it fairly recently. He bought it off a friend of his and he's waiting for the newer support to come out. I believe he might have gotten 1 or 2 cards from a sneak peek kit that he wants to play test, trying out. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't seen this build. I know he runs Die Liner.
He still runs Great Dayusha.
Yeah, I'm well aware of that, Ayusha. Tell Jamar to give you an Aichi sleeve for me, Lilith. I'll try my best, Team Rogue. See if you'll give me. It looks like Jamar is playing Royal Paladin. Which Royal Paladin build? I have no idea. I need the Aichi sleeve. He knows this. Does he really, though, Team Rogue? Does
Knowing
he
Jamar,
really?
he's probably playing Gantz a lot.
I just need the one. I'll see what I can do, Team Rogue. I'll help you out. So, for those who don't know, there was a new ruling for Great Dayusha.
Did you guys start?
Yeah, we started. We're good. Just so you guys know, with one of the new cards, Die Liner, what is it? Die Kaiser?
Blad Black.
Yeah, Blad Black caused Die Kaiser to have the ruling where you have to show him in
Yes.
your hand. So as some of you know, Die Kaiser's skill, if your Vanguard's X amount of power, you can ride him after it attacks. Now with Blad Black,
Dayusha, not Daikaiser.
Dayusha. My
Great
apologies.
Dayusha.
Again, I haven't played against DP in a minute.
And the power has to be over 45k.
Yeah, it's over 45k after the swing. You can rewrite him from hand. Now you have to declare that you have him in hand before you do the skill, before you do the attack. It's not a great ruling. It's really confusing. It really sucks because it just makes the deck so inconsistent now. Because not inconsistent, but it takes a surprise out of that. I'm going to rewrite attack now.
Yeah, that wow factor is just gone.
Yeah, because now your opponent, before you even attack, you say, I have this in hand, attack. Now your opponent's like, okay, well, I can eat this PG next.
Alright, so now we got K calling out Bedivere.
Yep. This is probably a Ganslot build from what I'm seeing.
It's either Gansalot or it's most likely going to be Gansalot. MLB, Messianic Lord Blaster, not the new
Yeah,
MLB
Team
coming
Rogue.
out.
He's in the middle of game, as you see, so he'll answer we'll get him when he's free. I definitely will, Team Rogue. Don't worry about it. I got you. SP Blaster Blade.
That's the Koshian Blaster Blade.
There's
So many Blaster Blades.
that is interesting, Sean. I don't know if that if that ruling would be the same. I know when Blad Black was,
Phantom. What's the ruling for Phantom Blaster?
I have no idea because the Blad Black ruling is when you swing, you have to declare that he's in your hand.
Okay, so
The
Superior Ride
from LB. Is that premium they're talking about, Sean? If it's premium, I have no idea. Because I don't know anything about premium rulings like that. Premium is a hot mess, in my opinion, right now. Very much a vanilla or guy. Vanilla or Murakuma.
Oh, and so Ty had to ride Dizoris as his first ride, not Daikaiser. That puts him in a rough spot.
Legion Arc Shadow, forgotten name.
Legion Arc Shadow, forgot name.
I guess this is.
He's talking about Phantom Blaster Abyss.
Oh, that I have no idea.
Phantom Blaster Abyss was after it attacked, sack 3 Revengers, Cannon Blast 2 to restand itself.
I don't think that'd be affected then. I don't
No,
know.
it's completely different from Great Dayusha.
Yeah. Oof. Jamar at 4
He,
damage.
he's
out of
probably
nowhere.
thinking of Raging Form Dragon.
Maybe. No Die Kaiser, Die Liner is what he wants. I agree, Team Rogue. He definitely didn't want to ride into this. But, he against Ganslot, I mean, Ty has a pretty substantial hand, and unless and Jamar does go into Ganslot, haven't seen Ganslot in a hot minute. I'm not even going to lie. Ganslot's not a bad card in my honest opinion.
Gives all Blaster Blades 10k, and they gain drive checks while on the rear guard. And
You're
they,
right. Yeah, the Die Kaiser's
and they
not
count as the
standard.
Vanguard as well.
Correct. So Blaster Blade, the great thing about this deck right now is if you have a full board with Ganslot and a Blaster Blade, you're getting 3 drive checks.
4
from
drive
Ganslot.
checks.
4.
You get 4 drive checks, 2 from Ganslot, 1 from each Blaster Blade.
Well, that's if he has a second Blaster Blade.
Yes.
But if you only have the one on board, then his crit is also live. So if Jamar gets one more card behind Vanguard,
Exactly.
Blaster
So
Blade's swinging for a crit and a drive check. So that's pretty. It's pretty cool. That's pretty cool in my opinion for a deck to do. It's kind of like Kyle Kagero has the vision token. Oh, and he decides to throw that. He probably didn't have anything good to throw out right now. So he's swinging Blaster Blade with a crit and a drive check. So Ty is either going to take it or think, what do I do here? Do I
Well-
guard? I'm at 3 damage. I can possibly get one shot here. He's got a really good hand, so... What is Ty going to do? Nope, no pass.
Nope.
Oh, that's good that he no passed it, because that draw trigger just gave him that slight boost of power. Now he's swinging 23. Oh, no
38.
guard. Oof.
ooh,
Oof, 2 damage right off the bat. Ty is now at 5 damage here.
with 1 trigger check on the damage.
Yep, so he did get a defensive trigger, but Bedivere and K give each other a power boost.
4K, 5k or 4k each, I remember.
Well, again, it's been a hot minute since I played either
And
of
there's
these
the
two decks.
there's Dandy guy, and
Yep.
he's gonna be gaining 10k shield off for that.
That's you.
Oh, sorry, man. We did not get a fan in the room yet. We did not, Team Rogue. So, I'm sweating a little bit, but it's all good. So now Ty's debating how does Judge Ty's in a bit of a predicament here. He's not on the correct grade 3. He can't really gain power from what I see in his hand too effectively.
Zorus gains 5k for every damage that he has in damage.
That's right. So he does gain the power from that. See, this is why we bring other experts in. I'm not an expert on every card in hand. So there you see Ty. He has to declare he has that card in hand before he swings. So now when he swings, he will be able to ride it.
So Zorus will be gaining a whopping 25k from this attack. So he'll be at 38k
38.
right now.
That is not a small number there either. And Ty's
And
own-
Jamar is 4 damage,
Yep,
and
so
he has to PG.
He has to guard these next few
And if he gets
attacks.
1 trigger on the Vanguard, then he'll be able to use the Dayusha skill.
Yep,
And no triggers happen, so he will not be getting that off.
yep. So now he's sad times. Honestly, in my opinion, if I were in this position, I'd be swinging at that Blaster Blade. Jamar has no reason to guard a Vanguard swing. and the
Although
other-
I am questioning his choice of calling out that draw trigger like that.
Ty was probably thinking if he got the Superior Ride off, you would get 10k to
Yes.
the front row, and then he can hit it. But he's in a pickle right now, to say the least. And Jamar swinging for Vanguard. Ty throwing that. Nope. Yep. Throwing the PG down, saying, "No, ma'am, I do not want that in my house." Swings Gansey. Nope. PG. I don't want that in my house either. RPG'd. 3 cards in hand for Ty. Drive check. Crit. Oh, oof. Oof.
Ooh, that double trigger.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt Ty. Ty's gotta be thinking, what am I doing here? He has a heal trigger in hand, so the heal should negate that power boost he got, but I see a grade 3 in hand. He's not on die liner, so ooh. Can he make it? Yep. Just doing their math. Remember, math. You're right, Sean, he was denied. Doing the math here.
Staying on Dizorus is not a good thing in DP at all. You want to be on die liner at all times.
He didn't have a choice.
Exactly.
And Ty makes it, survives another turn.
Can he get another Vanguard swing?
Draws the grade 1. Now the grade 1's really good because that thing, if I remember correctly,
No, that's a grade 2.
It's a grade 2?
Yeah,
Oh,
if he's
wow.
over 30k power to Vanguard, it will Counterblast 1 for a restand.
Oh, well, he's going to guarantee restand, so.
Exactly.
Because he's at plus 25 at 38. So Ty's just debating what to do here. Swinging 10 for Bedivere may be a little late for swinging to Vanguard. Or swinging the sides. Oh, nope. Nope. Jamar's like, no, sir, I do not like it. Oof.
Ooh. Still no triggers to get that restand.
Yeah, oof. Oof.
And 2 grade 3s in hand, that's not a good sign.
Yeah, Team Rogue. Ty's in a bad spot. If he were on Die Liner, I would say he's in a good spot because Die Liner gives you a grade 3 shield. But
In this case, it's pretty much vanilla at this point.
yeah, at this point, and he had another Bedivere in hand. Well, rip the dream, folks. Rip the dream here.
Oh, 3 grade 3s in hand.
Yep. And Blaster Blade's got that crit, and Ty's like, nah, I gotta take it.
And that's game.
Oh,
no,
there's
there's a heal.
trigger.
You gotta heal.
But he's gotta take 2 damage, so he's gotta heal again, and
No, that's
Nah,
game.
it's
That
game.
is the game.
that's game 1 here. Ty did not get what he needed, unfortunately. As they're shuffling up again. Do you think there was anything he could have done differently in that game, Marino?
There was not much he could probably do. When you only have Dizorus out on his Vanguard, there's only so much you could do. He played as much as he could.
I agree. I don't know. I don't even know if I would have rode over him with the
Dizorus.
No. The other one, the one that's Superior Rise.
Black.
No, not Pop.
Oh, Great Dayusha.
Great Dayusha. Yeah, I don't even know if riding Great Dayusha would have helped him there.
Riding Great Dayusha. Actually, he should have rode the Great Dayusha in the first place. That would have gave that trigger a chance to attack, because everything is 10k anyway. He would have got another force marker going, and it would have gave Jamar a little extra push.
Could have.
It would have pushed him a slight.
I agree, Team Rogue. It is mind-boggling sometimes. I give Ty the benefit of the doubt, though. This is like, I think
This is his.
4th game he's played this deck.
He just built this deck about 4 hours ago.
Yep. He's only played like 3 or 4. Not like this. Not like this. I agree. It is a little it's a little sad, but when DP goes off, let me tell you, it goes off.
I give Ty props for playing that game as much as he could.
Yep. He did his best. He actually, I think, is getting Blood Blacks, but they're being shipped to him, and he has not received them yet.
If you were playing Black right now, he will be playing with Gallop with that version. Because they can't be played with the same build. Great Dayusha.
Yeah, I think you would take Great Dayusha out if you want me to be honest.
You have to.
You might want to. But then again, I don't know how DP runs nowadays.
And for those of you that don't know, Ty is our Narukami specialist.
Oh, they know. We bring it up. I'm Bermuda. You're Shadows. He's Murakami. Metaborg. I have no idea what Metaborgs do. Not even gonna lie.
The 2 new Melborgs, the grade 3 says on place on Vanguard. It calls out the grade 2 from deck.
Team Rogue wants us to say that he's Kagero, but I don't know if he's really Kagero. He's got them Neo Nectars and Golds, but
What's he saying?
that's Team Rogue. I'm Kagero, bruh. I don't know, bruh. You got all them other decks, I see. Nah. Team Rogue is a friend of ours. He plays Kagero a lot. He's actually trying to get some really high rarity Kagero stuff right now. Oh,
And
Looks-
Peter is our Team Rogue. Peter is their Dragon Empire specialist.
looks like Jamar is saying, I'm going to try and rush you because I don't want you doing anything.
And he's got a die liner in damage already.
Yep, and he just drove check a crit, so that's never fun to have to deal with.
No, it's not.
Ty does say, no sir, no ma'am, get out of here with that bull drive. Ooh, the great
Ooh, and once again, no die liner.
Oof. I wonder how many die liners Ty is playing, actually.
There are 4 die liners, if I'm not mistaken, in his build.
Oof. And he hasn't seen one all this game.
It's gonna be one of those days.
He has the restander up, though, so that's not a bad thing.
But the problem is, none of the other guys got 10k off of that.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part. But I mean, Jamar is still at grade 2, so they'll still hit.
That is true.
Ty's got to be thinking, how do I maximize my turn here? Yeah, he definitely needs a grade 3 searcher. Like I said, Team Rogue, he just built the deck. He's probably working the kinks out now. He's probably sitting there going, man, I need a search for my darn grade 3s. I can't be playing this RNG game.
And believe it or not,
uh,
D Police has 2 grade 3
hold
searches
on,
at the moment.
Doesn't Die Kaiser get the 10k on place?
Die Kaiser is
Great
Great
Daiusha,
Daiusha will only be the only one that's getting 10k in this game.
Because he
This
did a
turn.
superior ride. That's when
No,
he gives
on
10K?
whenever he rides in general, 10k to the front board.
Okay, so the front board did get 10k on
So
place.
on play, so
But
he
he
did not.
only got it because the other two weren't there.
They
You're
weren't there
correct.
prior.
You're right. The Vanguard did get 10k. You're right, Team Rogue.
And now Jamar is up, and he's probably going to be riding to Gancelot again.
Oh, he
Oh.
has the G assist.
There's the G
Let's see,
assist.
he's got PG, the quick shield in hand.
And there's Gancelot.
Grade 1, another PG, and a crit trigger. Oof. Jamar's not in a good spot here. He's going to have to lose. He's probably going to give away the
There's a quick
crit
shield, yep, and
the crit trigger.
probably the best way to go about this turn.
Yeah, because he needs those PGs in hand. He's going to do the grade 1.
Especially when
first,
the deck
first
was
and
forced
fourth marker. You never want to forget your markers. They're very, very good.
And here comes the Blaster Blade coming out right now since he called out the grade 1.
Here we go. Let's see Jamar's turn. Counter blast. Puts Blaster Blade in the back row. Interesting play.
He's gonna be, I guarantee, he's gonna be switching around because Gordon does give game boost whenever there's a Blaster Blade in front of it.
Right. They're discussing skills and on places, so I think Ty and Jamar are discussing what to do.
Yeah, because whenever a unit is placed in that column with that grade 1, he would be drawing a card right now.
So they're both just discussing. So
And oh, that's the one that counter charges. Never mind.
Yep.
And soul charges? Is that soul charge? Yes, it is. And Gordon's gonna be Gordon gains 10k for a boost, and and then it'll also be gaining an additional. No, Gordon gains 5k for the boost.
Yep, he gains 5k when boosting a Blaster Blade. I agree, Team Rogue. That was an odd play in my opinion. I get that you want the counter blast, but at 2 damage, do you really want to do that? Again, though, I don't play Royals, so it was trying to do, but I don't know if the grade 1 prex. I don't know either. I think that's what they were discussing, and being that it's a friendly match, it it's something that I guess we'd have to email Bushiro. Oof. Blaster Blade just got the crit, so that's 3 damage to Ty.
Ooh. And he's got
2.
I think there's 2 die liners in damage right now.
I do think Ty, though, got 2 defensive triggers there, so Ty's in a pretty good position here. Because now Gancelot, the Vanguard swing, has to hit, or else Ty just has very easy defenses. I agree, Team Rogue. The calling out the PG to give Blaster Blade the crit might have been a little, it's maybe questionable for some. I get why he did it, because look where Ty is now. Ty's at 5 damage, I think 3 cards in hand. Yeah, you do need PGs against DP. DP is disgusting.
DP will get you on the crit sack.
Yeah, especially with Gallop. A lot of people are sleeping on Gallop. Gallop is deadly if you don't take it seriously. It'll come at you and be like, yo,
And
25, 7
Gallop
damage.
right now, the best way to play Gallop is if you have the twin orders, because Gallop gains 10k power for each force marker.
Twin Order is disgusting. That thing just says,
That-
I'm giving
that-
you power.
That's the only card that helped that card out so much.
Gallop does hit like a Mack Truck, Team Rogue. You're 100% correct. That thing just smacks. Jamar PGing this. You know what? I don't blame him. You don't want to be hit with big boy DP numbers. Ty going for Blaster Blade because, well, it's Royals. Blaster Blade the deck.
Yes.
Jamar debating what to do here.
For those of you that don't know, Royals have been locked behind Blaster Blade all the way up until Altimal just came out for just standard just recently.
Blaster Blade himself's not like outstanding or bad or anything like that, but ooh, and he passes turn. He couldn't.
He passes
He
turn.
should've been able to hit. He didn't get a defensive trigger or anything. Oh, and calls over the PG. Gordon's skill. He's going to call out.
There's
Oh,
the
no, no,
Bedivere. K and
skill
Bedivere.
to get Bedivere. I have a friend who plays nothing but Royals. I don't know if he's watching. Shout out to Craig. That's all he plays. Oh, yeah, that's right. Gancelot gains 10k power when Blaster Blade's on the field. That's right. I forgot that's part of his skill. This is why we like seeing some of these off meta decks playing, because sometimes wait, he can't. Gancelot gives continuous pancake when the opponent's turn to Blaster Blade. Oh, Blaster Blade's 120k
Yes.
all the time. Right. Not Gancelot. Right. Again, like I was saying, that's why I like watching these off meta games sometimes, because sometimes when these decks were relevant, you know how to play against them, but then when they get out of relevancy, they get a little bit of support, you never remember what they did, and next thing you know, they come at you and be like, yo, swing. And you're like, yeah, no guard. Crit, restand, and you're like, wait, what?
And there goes the game.
Yep. Ty just got legit bleh.
Ty just got 2-0 by Royals.
Yep.
The one clan that I must hate.
You don't have to hate it. You're
I play
Shadow Paladin.
exactly. That's why I have to hate them.
Blade Master does indeed go brrrr. All right, everyone. We're going to take a short intermission here, and we are going to let you know what our next games are, if we have any. I will keep you updated. We'll be right back, and I agree. Ban the main.
The main should not be banned. It
Alright.
should. Phantom Blaster Dragon Superiorite is going to get restricted from Luard.
We'll be right back. And we are back, everyone.
Howdy doody.
And we got Ty back in the commentating booth because Marina was too darn quiet.
And because Dyliner hates me.
It's actually, we have a kind of fun treat for you guys.
So they're both going to be playing a deck that they have no experience with. So this is going to be hilarious.
Jamar again on the bottom. He's playing my brother's Vanquisher build.
And
So we have the expert here to critique.
all right. So,
Marino is playing, I believe, Jamar's gear deck.
yeah. So this will be.
Deck swap Nani indeed, Team Rogue. This is interesting to say the least.
Yeah, they like Bastion in here, just whipping out the freaking 20 or so decks on there.
Jamar has no
Right,
problem
Steam
being
Breath.
on stream. He actually is the reason we have a stream tonight. He wants to be on stream and showcase some playtime. So
He wants to keep the store going, and we cannot.
I don't blame him
we
at
don't.
all.
We can't blame him for that mentality.
yep. I also would like this our stream here to be successful, not just for Vanguard but for comp in general. So again, we see Sean. You did give us a follow. Thank you very much. We have a couple others from a few days ago. Lipsky, Albertchin, Just Bruce, and Team Rogue just gave us a follow too. Thank you very much for all of that, you guys.
Grazie.
Really does mean a lot to us here at Comp. Again, if you're not in the Vanguard and you just tuned in, we also do other streams, Pokemon Magic. Pokemon Magic.
So it looks like we have
Super-
a pretty standard opening here. Both decks going for their opening Grade 3 Searcher, which, you know, it's usually the best thing you want to ride turn 1 because, you know, searching is good and being able to grab the Grade 3 you might want going first is pretty strong. I'm sorry if I interrupted you, Lilith.
No, I was drinking water. I had to take a sip of water. Now, like we said, both players have never played these. Well, as far as I'm aware, they've never played the decks before.
Though they
So-
faced the decks before, so we'll
Mhm.
see how they go based off of purely having faced them a bunch. And
Just drew into Joe check Cho-Oh.
so that's a 2 of in the deck, so that's pretty good to have.
Yeah, Cho-Oh did get
Restricted to 2
restricted to 2 in standard.
because of the impending Vanquisher, and Bushiroad probably thought that it would really like hurt the deck a little bit. And it's weird because you would think that Cho to 2 would have hurt the deck because it's a really solid restanding rear, but honestly, Vanquisher like didn't really need it that much because they already have a lot of strong multi-attack.
They do. Vanquisher is annoying to play against. Jamar probably does have a little bit of an advantage here. I know his brother does play Murakami, so he probably
But-
knows how the deck works a little bit. But it is different playing it than playing against it.
That's true, but also you can't count out the fact that Marino also plays against me a lot. I play Vanquisher a lot, so he would also because we play each other all the time, so we know how each other's decks works inside now.
Now here's the thing we were talking about before too with this matchup. Jamar runs the bound stuff in his deck, so this matchup could be a plus to the gear deck.
It could be.
Again, standard grade 1, grade 2 turn. Both Murakami doesn't really have, I feel, a strong early game, so it's
No.
typically
It never really has. It's always been like that's the thing with Vanquisher is that part of it was fair because it didn't really do anything until turn 3.
and Marino has
Ooh,
to
G
G
assist.
assist into Lost Legend.
Ouch.
Big oof right there.
I mean, he still does like the thing that Jet does, but the fact that he won't get the guard restrict is kind of a bummer.
It is, and he has to ditch the 2 cards.
And let's not forget the horse marker.
Yep, he's ditching his cards right now. Looks like 2 triggers.
I wish we could see them, but
Can we
you
get a
know.
hashtag? No more glare, please. I agree. SP indeed. SP indeed. My
Which-
eye.
Which grade 4 are we going?
Oh, and Marino forgot his marker, so he's debating what marker to go
Remember,
into.
guys, force markers are mandatory. You cannot forget to do them. I think if you forget to do them in like an official tournament, you get a game loss.
That'd be interesting.
Well, also because it's best of one and there's no like, oh, this is just a game loss. This is just one game loss. This is a round loss. And Fang, I mean, I see why. I'm not in. Again, seeing his. Damn, that's not a bad hand at all for a Fang.
Yeah, Marino has a good hand. The question is, does he know how to use it?
I think he's actually got a pretty good grasp of how to use it because
I agree.
he
Team Rogue
for a
Glare
wh-
is trash.
for a while though he was considering playing Gears and he was practicing against me a lot online, so he has some experience with the deck. Like, not probably as much as Jamar, but it's not like he's going into this deck 100% blind. Now he might not understand some of Jamar's deck choices, but he'll have to work with them as the game goes on.
That is something I do like about Gears, and if Sean is still in the chat, he might be able to give me if this is true or not. What I like about Gears in my mind is you can really, there's 3 different decks for Gears, but like you can build it in different ways. There is optimal build, there's the optimal best way to build it.
And
But-
at least Jamar gets that you want to put all those Phoenixes in the drop zone.
Yeah,
Phoenix is your best friend.
Phoenix and Drop Zone, please. More, please.
It makes you feel good that Naru's never got self-milling because
And Marino's sitting at no damage here. That's
and he's about to
great.
swing with Naboo for even more soul in hand.
Yep.
Naboo is so good. Just being able to set up the bind zone sort of, but the main thing is stopping normal units from guarding, getting into soul and drawing a card afterwards. There we go, get another force marker.
Marino opting to go Force 1, just like Jamar did.
See how this goes, because usually you go force 2, but I assume since he knows this is going to be a long game, he should be setting up for going...
Ooh, he had a really shaggy shot.
Oh, that's so sad.
That is the
That
big
is
sad.
unfortunate. That is
Marino has to be looking at that and saying,
I could win the game.
I gotta win here. I gotta push here. My brother showcasing his brand new SL2 marker he bought today at the shop.
Yep, the good old Eska Excel team marker.
Yep.
I love these. I love the Shinamon arc markers that we've been getting. While I miss the character markers because I think they were cool and they nice and shiny, I really like the mosaic type designs that they have for the new force markers.
I agree.
And-
I'm not a fan of like the anime. I don't watch the anime personally speaking, but these the new markers I prefer over the character markers.
I mean, like, it also depended on, like, if your clan had a character in the show, but it's
can.
also just the fact that, they personalized each marker to each clan, which I adore, cause
Which is really nice.
the Vanquisher one is a nice orange and blue. The Shadow one is probably my favorite one, though. It's, Force 2 marker that's, purple, black, and blue.
The shop here at Comp does have a Force 1 shadow marker for pretty hefty price, but if you're looking for one,
Because you
go
shadow
on the
stand.
website.
I swear to God, you shadow stands and your infinite pockets. You're just as bad, if not worse, than those Bermuda players with the deep pockets. I don't know. I can't tell which one's worse.
I don't know.
See, us-
honestly, when it comes to talking about pricing, as we see here,
So Bermuda can't
Jamar
hold a
is-
candle to shadows. Price-wise.
Jamar is trying to figure out what Shoto does. He doesn't
Now,
want to misplay here.
Speaking as a Naru main, I will say that you can win if you miss a first Vanquisher ride. It's not impossible. It's just you have to play a lot more control-y and more conservatively than you would if you were going Vanquisher.
Very true.
Like, this is not a good spot at all for Jamar, but I think he can try and get something going here. He's still only at 1 damage, so this is going to be a pretty long game, probably.
Yeah, he's not in the worst predicament for it.
Now, if he were at high damage at this point in the game, he would, this would be a totally different turn.
Yeah, if Jamar were at high damage, it would have been so different.
Yeah, bind. So what's he, why did he call the Chatterers? Yeah, this is not a good play right now.
I'm not gonna lie, I am kind of confused by the play too. Again,
That was a misplay. I'm sorry.
again, remember, this is Jamar's first time ever touching Murakami, so he is not familiar with how to make the combos go off, probably.
And
I
I don't know.
agree,
I
Team Rogue,
don't.
that does look like a neg.
I don't think that was a smart play either. Playing the Phoenixes, I think you're better off just. No, he didn't. He didn't. I don't think he. Did.
And not attacking first with Shoho, I do agree. And now he's at 0 damage. Marino at 1.
Draw a trigger, and that's not hitting.
And now, Jamar's probably thinking, ah, crap. I done missed with Shoho.
But at the very least, he's at low damage. So
He's at no damage.
no damage.
now.
So he can take a big.
And that is the beauty of Vanguard, in my opinion, to a certain extent. He did heal Team Rogue, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, he's at 0 damage, as I was about to say.
Yeah,
Vanguard
not
is-
attacking with Cholo first. That was not really a good move. But I mean,
But that's the beauty of this game, in my opinion. You can make a misplay once or like here or there, and you could get out of that misplay by the drive check, by your opponent not drive checking. It's not impossible, and that's what I like about this game. No matter what your skill level is, the ability to play the game is not hard. Like, if you're a new player, you can still beat a player who's been playing since the game came out.
like me or Marino.
We do not know if this is the last game, Team Rogue. We will know at the end of it. We go into our little ad break, and then we'll
I think this
know
is
when we get
game
there.
1, but oh no, last game of the night most likely. But you
Most
never know.
likely last game of the night, but you know, maybe we'll have one more special game or something. You know how we do here at Common.
Maybe
We
you
like
guys
to
could
play.
watch me whiff with die liner again.
We're always up for playing, showcasing the game, trying to get the game out there. You know, some people are night owls. Yeah, Team Rogue, they saw Ty. I'm sorry, Ty.
That's fine. It's fine. It's the game. You take the good with the bad.
Yeah, we were discussing how you might need those grade 3 searchers and Black
Oh yeah,
Rock
that's what
Navy.
I'm waiting for when they come in the mail.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. that you might
The
have
only
to
thing
do
that sucks
stuff.
with buying cards is having to wait for them in the mail, because you know.
Very true. That's why you come to your locals and support your locals if you can. I know, like, my friend Rico down in Florida, regrettably, his store is not open for locals. I think he still can go buy things from them, and I think he does. Always support your locals if you can. And that doesn't mean going there to play. Supporting your locals doesn't mean always going there to play and stay there.
It also means like buying products.
Buying products, selling products to them. Like if you're on TCG Player and you know what your store is, look for your store, your local. Try and buy from your locals. Because at the end of the day, your local is what keeps your game going for you, for anyone watching.
And looks like a fairly standard gear turn.
Did Marino grade? He did. I see the grade 4 and drop. And Jamar just saying, I don't care, Marino. You're not on force 2. I'm going to eat this and eat that. Yum, yum, yum. Give me that
And
damage.
there we go. Guard with Sayobos.
Yep. Now please say you got the Vanquisher. Did he
Please.
top deck?
Get the Vanquisher? Did he get the
Nah, I
Vanquisher?
don't think he did.
No.
Oh,
Ah!
Jaggy shot again.
Yo, that feels even worse. I would rather have just called the Jaggy shot at that point.
I probably would have called him out too, but Jamar's probably thinking if I draw into Vanquisher, I can probably survive. He's got the grade 1 that he can bind from hand, so he might just try and do something here.
Try to make some offense happen, but it's probably
Now-
not in his favor.
If you were playing Ty, if you were in this position, are you swinging for one rear guard and then try and bind, or are you going to? What would you do in this situation?
In this situation, since those Choros are not hitting the Vanguard, I would try and swing with one of them into the grade 1, and if he guards that, swing with the other, because they're useless right now as far as rear guards go.
Yeah, and he
'Cause-
does have the birds, the phoenixes and drops. So
Yeah, those could actually be offense right now. So my ideal play would have been attack with Cholo at grade 1, attack with the other Cholo at the grade 1 if there's nothing, and then you attack with Jaggy, bind a card in hand, bind the air cob, and then that way you can have your phoenixes online, and then you can have your
Yep, he's swinging Cho-O because Cho-O will restand. So now Marino's got to think, and
and he
Marino's-
takes it.
Marino's letting it die. Marino just guaranteed a draws for
Jaggy.
Jaggy here.
Then he's gonna bind that,
Bind the grade 1, binds that, draws the card.
and
grade
then
one
grade
should
1
be
should
coming
be
out.
coming out, and then oh yeah, he can call the phoenixes off of.
Ooh, he's missing timing here.
He is missing timing.
Ooh, he mistimed here.
And he forgot to,
The grade 1, he could have bound from hand,
yeah, he
called
could.
it out.
Did he forget that it's a discard, not a bind?
Ooh, he's calling. Technically, this is mistiming.
Yeah, this is a mistiming big time.
This is a big time misplay here. It's when you bind. You
And
call
at
them
that
out
point,
before
like,
it.
it would be pointless to call the birds because the bird, well, the one bird can't attack and the other columns aren't hitting. It's unfortunate.
It is a bit of a misplay in my opinion, but it's more of a misplay that hurts Jamar than it does Marino because he even if when he bound it, he called him out. The drive check, he still put the Cho-O because
Yeah, because
Cho-O's going to restand. He's going to be like, I don't care, I'm swinging.
Cho is such a good card.
Cho is a great card. He doesn't target. He says, I'm doing whatever I want to do. Go away with your resist bull drive.
Mm-hmm. He says that the Promise Starter can't. No, that's another card in standard.
Well,
No, it
nothing
can't be
can
targeted.
be bound. Like, anything can be
No,
bound.
no, I'm
There's
just saying
nothing
like
that stops
targeted.
that.
Like there's cards in standard that.
Sweeper bot.
Oh yeah, Sweeper Acrocanto. Yeah, he doesn't care.
He don't care. He got 3. He's like, yeah, he ain't gonna target me. And the show was like, oh, really, boy? Get to the bond zone.
Strike.
Yeah. Those nine gauges, get rid of them too. I don't want to see them.
I do not miss Sweeper. I do not miss Anger Blader in the format. Does anyone here miss Anger Blader in the format? I don't.
If you miss Anger Blader, give a rip dino in the chat.
I mean, I feel bad for Tachis because like that was the best they ever were, but like, still.
No, screw them.
I feel bad for Gaia players though.
Tachi players did get a little bit of a shaft. I know a lot of them will defend Gaia and say it's not as bad as people make it out to be.
I don't think it's as bad as people make it out to be,
It
but like,
definitely isn't.
it's
but
such a huge power down from Anger Blader though.
Ancient Dragons are okay. I do agree. Ancient Dragons are probably going to be a sleeper that people don't see coming.
It's another God Hand deck. What's not to love?
Yeah, God Hand's just crazy too. Decks like that are just sleeper because you're either going to high roll and just steamroll your opponent, or you're going to look at your hand full of triggers and be like, how am I going to make this work?
Yes, I die.
I guess I'm dead. I'm in danger.
I'm in danger.
Ralph Wiggum, folks. Good old Simpsons. So Marino's sitting here thinking, what do I do here? 'Cause I don't know what I'm doing. And Marino swings and 4 damage. So yeah, Jamar's got to defend here because he doesn't want to get crit sacked here. And even though it's 1 damage, you still drive check. Again, part of the reason why I personally think this game is good is there's that element of randomness when you trigger check something. It's like, am I going to kill you in 1 turn? Am I not? There are some decks that rely on that heavier, like Chronofang. He gains crits, so he's dealing you more damage. And if you just go 3 drive checks, crit, 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 and you're just like, yo, eat 6 damage. You're like, wow, I had no damage.
Good old Stroboscope about to get rid of that Cholo. I assume he's gonna kill the Cholo.
You'd assume, but he...
Why kill the Chatterer though?
Why kill the Chatterer? Indeed.
Chatterer is useless at this point in the game. Like, the Cholo is so threatening, and you know that he only has 2, so... What are the...
Interesting play by Marino.
We're seeing some misplays on both ends here. It's interesting.
Ooh, and he
Oh!
damage checks the
Vanquisher.
that's painful.
That is so painful.
Oh, he's
Oof.
got to be thinking,
Oof.
oh, that's so bad.
Big oof.
And Jamar's probably asking power, and Marino's like, more power than your hand. Guard this. And Jamar's like, alright, I got you. Bop. Ooh. Does he have to intercept?
He has to.
Oof.
If you have to, you have to. But it's just like... It sucks.
From personal experience, trust me, if you have to intercept your whole board, do it. Because you don't know what your next turn will bring.
Even if you have to intercept with such a key unit like Cholo.
Oh, wait.
Oh, wait.
Is he no guarding? Oh, he no guards? Oh. Nah. Marino got game 1.
Game 2.
Oof. Big oof right there.
Yeah, we saw some misplays on both ends. But, you know, that's all part of the learning experience. No one was ever a good player just from the start.
Yeah, it's not easy. Some of the best players here, too, like Nico, Jay, and Dave here at Comp, they don't just pick up a deck and be like, oh, I'm an expert with this deck. I can beat anyone.
No,
They literally will sit and play test. Play test, play test, play test.
That's the best thing you can do to get better is just play test.
Question, what is my deck missing? What am I lacking? What if
Now-
I'm lacking draw? I need to run better draw. Lacking defense, I might need to run more crit for the guard.
Mm-hmm. But it's also just like, sometimes you just have to sit there.
Huh? Hold on 1 second, folks.
Oh, but I don't know.
Alright, unfortunately, Jamar does have to leave. He does have work tomorrow, so that is going to be the conclusion of this game for right now. We'll be right back in like 2 minutes again to see if we have another game or that. Oh, I will get your sleeves. I will get your sleeves. I will. Don't worry, I will. Alright, we'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, that will conclude our stream for tonight. As I said, Jamar does have to leave for work tomorrow, and we are going to be signing off from here tonight. So thank you all for coming to the stream. What the? Okay, that's new. Thank you for coming to the stream. Again, if you can, give us a like or a follow, or subscribe here on Twitch. Here at Comp and Gaming in Newark, New Jersey. Again, shout out to Team X Rogue. Again, if you're looking for Vanguard content, they're one of our guys who come here. Really good content. They do a lot of proxy fights. They do a lot of case openings, cool stuff like that. If you ever want to subscribe to them, Card Fight Frosty also comes here. Frost is one of our guys who comes here occasionally. Give his channel a like and subscribe. And of course, here at Comp and Gaming Newark, New Jersey. That's about it for us tonight, guys. Have a good night, and we'll see you when we see you.